Whether it's the real-life Gambinos or the Sopranos on TV, the motto's the same. What happens in the family stays in the family. Because if it doesn't, you could blow the lid off the whole operation. Sometimes all it takes is someone ratting you out to the feds.
Kid, you waving a wire?
You crazy?
That's what? Let him down.
He touches me.
Then make it easy on us all. Take him off. Everything.
And if you're the Biden family, you don't get to spend 50 years running the game without keeping it all in the family. But last night, we learned the Bidens may have been compromised, as investigative reporter Paul Sperry broke to us that the Biden family has been under federal surveillance for years.
Another Chinese partner of his, a guy named Patrick Ho, his office for SEFC was raided, we learned recently, from some law enforcement documents, was actually raided. The feds actually put the Chinese partners under a FISA surveillance, and at the same time they were monitoring the Biden's communications with those Chinese partners.
So the Bidens are all over FBI wiretaps, talking to China. The FBI was investigating Patrick Ho, a Chinese bagman who eventually got popped for bribing African leaders and helping Iran evade sanctions. Real nice guy. So what does Ho have to do with the Biden family? Well, Ho was the VP for the Chinese energy company that was getting the Bidens rich. But Ho was also a spy, and Hunter knew he was a spy. Hunter's on tape calling Ho the effing spy chief of China. Ho handed Hunter and Jimmy the Chin millions in dirty Chinese money. Consulting fees is what they call that. Hunter and the Chin were bribed with Chinese consulting fees. The FBI knew Ho was an intelligence agent, and they were listening to his phone calls. And the FBI finally picked him up at JFK, slapped the cuffs on him, and booked him right here in Manhattan. So Ho gets his one phone call. And of all people, Ho calls the Chin, and the Chin calls Hunter. And Hunter picks up the phone, and Ho asks him to be his lawyer. How much? Says Hunter. $1 million, says Ho. Deal, says Hunter. So Hunter's representing Ho, the effing spy chief of China, and the FBI knew it. Ho even had joint bank accounts with China and the Bidens, and the FBI knew that too. The FBI even raided Ho's office, got his phones, got his computers, documents. At this point, they didn't even need Hunter's laptop. They had Ho wired. And Hunter and the Biden family were wired in. It was a $6 million relationship, at least. I mean, there could be more. They're hiding it. But did the FBI give a defensive briefing to the Bidens? Hey, guys, you might want to watch out for Ho and the CEFC. These guys are no good. These guys are spies and might want to take down our country. No. The FBI just watched. The FBI watched, and they listened. As Hunter got bribed with diamonds, slept with Jackie Bao, set up phone calls with Joe Biden to cut gas deals. So if they didn't get a defensive briefing, what was the FBI doing for the last couple years?
Patrick Ho was convicted of bribing government officials in Africa, and he gave $1 million to Hunter Biden. Are you familiar with that?
I'm not going to speak about any ongoing investigation.
Is that an ongoing investigation?
I'm not going to speak about any potential ongoing investigation.
Don't you see that
The spy chief of China was in bed with the Bidens, and the FBI knew it the whole time. The diamonds, the gas deals, the text messages, the wire transfers. So when the computer repair shop guy, remember him with the hat, handed the feds the laptop, the feds said, yeah, we know. But they still lied. When the New York Post exposed the laptop, the intelligence community called the October surprise Russia disinformation. So why would they do that if they knew it was real? Well, obviously they wanted Trump out of office. He fingered him for Spygate and the Russia hoax and was breathing down their necks. Plus, he was tough on China and the border. Corporate America had seen enough. So the FBI and the CIA wanted a compromised president in the White House. They had a game plan. Either these people were working for Biden or one of the Bidens was working for them. Was Hunter working for the FBI the whole time? Was Hunter feeding the CIA intel when he was off in Romania, Kazakhstan, and Ukraine? Was he just a little doggy biscuit for the Bureau to lure in the Chinese? Was Hunter an asset? And did Hunter even know he was an asset? Certainly makes sense. Trump got impeached the second he started zeroing in on the Biden family corruption in Ukraine. Makes sense that the intel community covered up the laptop before the election. That would explain why Hunter hasn't been indicted yet and why the charges we hear are coming are just, tax related. The pay for plays off limits we're hearing. That's why Treasury's hiding the suspicious wires. Is the classified documents scandal how the story ends? Did Sloppy Joe just derail the whole operation? Or is the FBI shutting the operation down? And what's going on at the Justice Department?
Some justice officials have been frustrated at times by certain decisions the Biden team has made. For example, weeks after the Justice Department told the Biden team that they would be reviewing this case, the president's team searched the Wilmington home and didn't tell the Justice Department until after they found classified material. A notification wasn't required, but the lack of advance notice irritated some justice officials.
So what the heck was in these documents? They spread out the Trump docs and took pictures of them, remember? All over that nice rug, leaked them on TV. But they won't even brief Democrat senators on the intel community what was in the documents?
Every member of the committee, regardless of Democrat or Republican, were unanimous in that this position, that we are left in limbo until somehow a special counsel designates that it's okay for us to get briefed, is not going to stand.
So selling out America, the corruption, the bribes, that's nothing. But this whole thing shuts down over a few pieces of paper? Something doesn't add up.